Bro, it was, you guys are on some different shit. Like, I was like, oh, I'm just having a chill night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna drink some wine. And
Next thing you know, you're
I
slugging
open
some
the
booze.
door and they're like, Raptor just throws a big ass bottle of Cuervo in my face. He's like, you gotta rip it. I'm like, what's up, guys? My name is Justin Escalona, and I wanted to say thank you guys for having me on your podcast.
No problem, man.
If you don't know who I am, I own the streetwear company 1340 Collective, and I also make YouTube videos. Started vlogging again, which is kind of weird. I think this is going to be on the vlog.
Every day, right?
5 days a week.
Wow, that's a grind right there.
Pure nonsense.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like, if you guys want to check out my clothes, that'd be cool. But I don't even know what we're talking about.
Your clothes are fire.
We're just going with the
Actually,
flow.
You just
Going
gave
with
me
the
a
dope.
pack of, he just gave me a pack of fucking
Hell
couple of
yeah.
shirts and I think
Yeah.
fire clothes, good quality. Little
Thank you,
plug,
man.
but actually real. And I was gonna ask you though, you're vlogging every day. You said, but what did you?
Yes.
Didn't you used to? So you took a break or something?
Yeah, so if you don't know, like, my whole thing, I got started on YouTube by making, like, short films, and then I moved out to LA to go to film school at USC, and I realized that when I was out there, I never made any type of films, like, for the first, 4 months. I was like, that needs to change. So my roommate and I had the idea to make a daily documentary to force ourselves to work a little more. And that just was shortened down to the phrase daily docs, which ended up just being a daily vlog. And I did daily docs for 4 seasons, and I did it for 400 plus days in a row.
Wow.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yes, it's pretty fucking stupid.
Crazy. Wow.
There's
Pretty
way
fucking
too
stupid.
way too much of my personal life is out there. Like, I was rewatching some of the videos, and I was
Every
like,
day for 400 days. That's crazy.
bro, imagine watching 400 days of your life, and you know exactly where you were every single day.
Yeah,
And
that's
it was
cool.
weird. It's very strange,
Yeah.
but people seem to like it, and I kind of enjoy making them. So this little weird project is, fuck it, let's do it.
Facts. So like over the course of doing that break though from not vlogging every single day, like you pivoted into like doing other things that you love and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
passionate about. Or?
So, like, the reason why I stopped making the vlogs is because that's like super time consuming.
Yeah.
Especially that's with my life. I always having to be entertaining every day, like try to like make normal things seem interesting. I was like, okay, I need a break because the videos are getting like super repetitive. It's the same shit. Like, I don't even know how people are enjoying this anymore. So I took some time off, started making going back to the roots, making like short film type stuff, and it really worked. Is that a car or is that?
Yeah.
Sounds like
It's
a
like
waterfall.
car
It's
rain.
our
It's
neighbors.
like car rain mix.
So like it was nice taking the break off. I was able to like refresh, get the head right, and then I started really focusing on my clothing company. And that during that time, I wasn't making like videos like all the time. I
Word.
was really like tripling down on the clothes, and it was really a good move.
Word. Yeah, I think the first time I got put onto your stuff was maybe through Arlen.
Probably.
Or
I would say Ireland for me.
or maybe or Jake even. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know how I
got
came
put on
across
to
your
you
first.
like right when I moved to LA, which was
Oh,
like
dope.
a year and a half ago, because
Yeah.
I lived in the Lorenzo.
Oh my god.
So I was like making videos, and I think I showed like some kids one of my videos, and someone was like, "Yo, you have like a super similar style to this kid Justin Escalona. He actually used to live here."
oh
And
wow.
then I got
that's
put on
dope.
you. I was like, "Oh, this is dope." Like,
Hell yeah.
I checked out your shit. It
The
was
good
dope,
old
though.
Lorenzo shit. That
Yeah.
was the wave. You went to USC?
No, I go to LA Film School in Hollywood.
Oh, so you really made the mission from Lorenzo to LA Film School?
It's like
Yeah,
30 minutes.
yeah, on the train.
Wow.
I used to take the train.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Good for you, man.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, dude, me and Jake used to be cooped up at the Lorenzo.
Yeah, he used to stay with me
Because I
for
wasn't
like
living in
months
LA,
at a time.
so I would
Yeah.
like come to him. We'd share his little.
Lorenzo. If you guys don't know what the
Dude,
Lorenzo is.
Lorenzo was a mob.
bro, what am I saying? That's how I met you.
Oh,
Gianni
we
and
went there,
Kyle
yeah.
took me to your party, your pregame.
Yo!
Yeah,
what,
that's
bro?
crazy.
I forgot about this
that.
shit. So I didn't
Yeah.
know who the fuck this man was when
Yeah.
So you guys don't know. I have these homies named Gianni and Kyle. They're musicians as well. Super dope people. They would always be in my vlogs like back in the day. And I used to like throw like parties like,
Yeah.
all the time. And we busted out our apartment and like just had like probably like 100 heads in there. And Gianni and Kyle, I was in the car with them, and Raptor was in the car as well.
You just had no
I
idea.
had no clue, and what? And then we like became like real homies. Like what? Like this year?
Yeah, that's when
Like,
I
right
moved
when we
here.
moved there.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. And then he's like, "Yeah, I've met you before." I was like, "Really?"
Yeah, no, that's crazy, dude. Time flies, man.
Dude, that was like a quick like 2-3 years ago.
So that was how I met you, though, through Gianni and Kyle. That's
Yeah.
wild. I haven't seen them in a minute, but
Yeah,
I
that was
can't
3
wait to
years
shout out
ago.
to them.
Something like that.
Nah.
No, two.
Yeah, it might have been.
Two.
Two, yeah.
Sheesh.
Damn. So what else do you do? You do the YouTube videos,
Yeah.
vlogs, and you do music, right?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, he's working on the low.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
You be gambling though. You be
Oh, poker.
sorry,
Poker.
Do we talk about it? You be winning money.
Yo,
I
you
mean,
posted a video of
Yeah.
you on Instagram. I think it was like last week.
Yeah.
It was like you playing poker. You took in a big hand, dude.
Yeah. So, okay. So when I was like when I moved out here to LA, like my YouTube channel was not popping yet. Like I wasn't anybody. I really had no bread. Like, my parents were paying for like the college dorm shit.
Yeah.
You're getting like the meal plan, but that sucks, bro. Like you don't want to be eating at the cafeteria every single day. So I had to make some bread on my own. I was making like a few huncho a month off the YouTube ads, but all that money went kind of honestly to my Hennessy fund. And I was like, right when I get the AdSense check, I go straight to CVS and bust open the gallon of Hennessy.
Oh, shit.
And, so I was like, I really got to get like a little side hustle thing going. And I've always been playing poker since I was like 8 years old. And I had a fake ID.
I got a fake ID though.
And there's a lot of casinos in LA that you might not even, people don't even realize that. A ton. And
I
there's
didn't know
one
that.
like 20 minutes away from USC called Hollywood Park. Walk in there with a Maryland ID.
Yeah, you got the Maryland ID.
Yeah, and I go right into there, and I would just play poker like every single day. But I would go like at strategic times that I had more of an edge against players. So like, I had nothing going on at night. You know what I'm saying? So other than like going to like a frat party or something, I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
So I would go to the casino at like 3 a.m.
Damn.
and I would catch all these people that are like on benders who are just like like super drunk, or they're like really like in the shit,
Wow.
and then just take advantage of these people. And like I don't feel bad because my money's at risk too.
Yeah.
Like I could lose to you, so like it's your fault that you're here. Like it's not my problem, but I'm definitely gonna try to like
That's
lick you guys.
strategic. That's smart.
And I'd be leaving the casino at like get there at 3, leave at like 8 a.m. and then go. And then
This is when again? Like a year and a half? 2
no,
years?
I was like a freshman in college. So it was like 4
word,
years
word,
ago.
Word.
And then I was like, I used to drive down to like Indian reservations near like Palm Springs, like Morongo, if you know what that is. You only got to be 18 to play there.
Oh wow.
And my roommate JP and I would bust it down to Morongo. It's 2 hours away. We'd leave at like 2 in the morning and get there at 4 a.m.
Sheesh.
and play against all these like low stake drug dealer type pushers because they all got the cash.
Yeah.
And like you're just playing against really shitty players, and I would just win a lot of money. But then it's led to this, to like till now. Like I feel like I've become way better. A lot of people say I haven't, but like, because I made a poker YouTube channel. I kind of just like post like when I play, and like it's so funny. Like all the comments are like, "Yo, this dude's so ass," but like I win, so.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy because that's like its own community, separate from what you
super
have going
different
on
community.
your personal brand. Like,
Yeah, I don't promote that channel on any of my socials. Nothing. I kind of just put them up, and like they're just kind of like a thing. The only similarity of me is that it's just me in the videos,
Right.
but it's not like anything like any of my other shit.
Yeah.
And like the whole audience is so different. It's like it's almost like I live like two worlds in like the
That's
social
wild.
media game, and all the people who watch like poker videos on YouTube are probably like older folk,
Yeah.
like 40-year-old people. And there's like this kid, like he sucks
Yeah.
and all this
Yeah.
shit. But it's like, because I think the difference between like me and like a 40-year-old is I have less to lose
Yeah.
because I can make like really risky plays all the time because my financial situation isn't based off of like if I win in poker or not.
Word.
Like how a lot of these people are. A lot of people's lives are to be like professional poker players. I'm not a pro. I just think I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
And like over the past few months, I've won like some serious bread. Like
Damn,
we're
that's
talking.
crazy.
That's
like,
crazy.
Are you going to Vegas too and shit
I
now?
go to Vegas every week.
Yeah. So that's
Damn.
it.
Yeah. I
Are
made,
they like poker tournaments or just like going to the casino?
I just play cash games. It's like when you just sit down with like, so you sit down with $1,000. Like,
Yeah.
you have $1,000 in chips and you can leave whenever you want. But yeah, the other day I was playing on this poker show called Live at the Bike, and I cracked aces for like
Yeah.
4 Gs,
Damn.
and there was like a $4,000 pot. That was super
Is that
lit.
your biggest pot you ever won?
Yeah, like in one hand, yeah, $4,000 was sick. It was live streamed.
Yeah.
There was like commentators and stuff. So, and it was
That's a lot of adrenaline right there too.
Yeah, and it was sick because I knew like people were watching.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Damn.
It's like World Series poker.
right. But then at the end of the session, I ended up losing some money back, but at least I got the video
Yeah,
clip.
you got the clip.
I got the clip to make it look like I'm lit.
Word. That's smart, dude. That's a
So-
whole different world.
So tell me about living out here in the hills, man. This is crazy. This house is really dope.
Word, dude. It's
Thank you, bro.
yeah. Thank you.
It's
Appreciate
a
it.
blessing.
It's a blessing. I'm grateful to be here and just living with what I'm saying, my homies that I grew up with.
Yeah, you guys all grew up together?
Yeah.
More or
Yeah.
less, more or less. Like we met at
Plus.
different stages of our lives,
dope.
but
Definitely didn't know that.
yeah, all from Boston.
Mm-hmm.
You guys still doing the house party stuff here, or like?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
here
some
and there.
parties. Yeah, we got some
We had a
parties.
couple.
Yeah, because I've been hearing about these things. People are telling me these.
Dude, you-
Wait, you were at one.
You are
were at his
one. You are
birthday?
one, right?
Birthday.
Oh, I forgot. That
And
was
then
your
you,
birthday.
yeah, and then you were at the Halloween party too. You had the Halloween
Yeah, that's right. I was at a. Because last time I was here, I was at your birthday, and I got super just teed. I don't remember
As
because
we all were.
bro, it was you guys are on some different shit. Like I was like, oh, I'm just having a chill night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I'm gonna
yeah.
drink some wine,
Yeah.
and
Next thing you know, you're
I
slugging
open
some
the
booze.
door, and they're like, Raptor just throws a big ass bottle of Cuervo in my face. He's like, you gotta rip it. I'm like, what, bro? And then next thing you know, I'm doing that like 5 times. One thing leads to the next. I am in the casino, bro.
Oh
Damn.
shit!
I ended
Oh,
up at the
you
casino. Yes.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that is right.
How
You
late
do
was that?
Late. Dude, I was
That's wild.
so teed. But somehow I won. I won like 2 Gs that night.
Damn. I could never play when I'm drunk.
Yeah, I don't know. That was like
Playing
some,
blackout.
that was some god level. Like someone was helping me
Yeah.
type shit.
Yeah, I suck at poker. I'll be honest. I went to the casino. I played one. I mean, yo, I used to play like. I just like I don't know. I'm a blackjack kind of guy. I'll play blackjack, live table, blackjack.
Everyone
used-
loves black.
Yeah, I used to do virtual, but
Dude,
that shit
blackjack's
sucked. That shit
addicting,
just
dude.
takes your money.
Virtual is a
Yeah,
joke.
It's,
bro.
Yeah, virtual is a joke.
Yeah.
That's all pre-calibrated.
That's like just pulling a slot
Yeah,
machine.
legit.
Like, you're just trying to get lucky with that.
I mean, yeah, I was like 16. We would go to Twin River. It's like 20 minutes down the street from my hometown.
yeah,
We'd go there. A couple of my buddies would go, and like we were young, so we had no idea what we would play.
yeah.
We were like, all right, blackjack, virtual. We had no idea what we were doing. We just go in there, lose
Right.
like $20, and like, oh shit, that was it. But then I played one poker game, put like $100 in. It wasn't like really anything big. It was like I think it was like 1-2, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I lost like the second hand in. I had I think I had like I don't even know. I think it was like pocket. I think it was queens or something like that. And then off the bat there was like another queen.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I put money in. And then some other dude like raised me. He was like, all right, I'm all in. He went all in, and he had the same exact card but like a higher.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't
Yeah,
know.
Tilly's the kid who doesn't play by the book, so when he's sitting at a live table,
Yeah.
the dude next to him is getting pissed off because he's like he's hitting on like a 16. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh no, I'm talking about poker.
oh, you're playing
Yeah.
poker. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so
But like
funny.
blackjack, yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah, bro. I've played poker with Raptor a few times actually at my house.
Yeah, dude, we did do that, and I
Yeah.
got wiped.
got wiped.
Definitely got wiped.
Yeah,
Some
Ben.
big
You know,
guys play
Ben
that.
forced me to go. I was like, I ain't going. Ben's
Ben
like, come
loves
on,
it.
dude.
Oh,
Ben's
Ben
like pulling up
loves
every
it.
weekend.
Ben
I was
loves
like,
Ben
the
was on.
poker.
Ben was on some.
I
bullshit.
did get wiped. I got wiped fast. I think I got wiped first, right? Or is someone?
No, you survived, but
I went up early. I remember I beat you in a big hand
Yeah, you
early,
did beat
and
me
then
in a
I
big
was
hand.
like, okay, you're probably like, what's going on? Like,
right, fucking. They know Ben on the podcast. They know.
Yeah, they know
Yeah.
Ben. They'll be.
Yeah.
He's back
He'll
in
be on
Boston.
it.
but
He'll
he'll
be
be
Yeah,
on.
so Ben, bro, he would like stay over at our house playing poker. There was this one night I will literally never forget this shit. The game started at 8 p.m. and this dude did not leave till 2 p.m. the next day,
Oh, I
bro.
remember that.
Holy
You're
shit.
telling
That's when we
us.
were getting worried about
He
him.
I
came in the
was-
house like a zombie, dude. He's like,
Yeah.
I was
His
like,
eyes were
yo, man, like, are you good? Like, that's like not 2 p.m. That's a long time to be playing poker. damn near 18 hours.
You
in
had
a
to stay
row.
up the whole night with them, though, right?
Yes, because like
Yeah.
it's my house. I gotta
No,
stay
no,
up.
no, no.
Biting his fingernails every hand.
Flushing
Nervous.
rent money down the toilet.
Flushing.
Who was dealing that night? That must have sucked.
I don't even know. I don't know.
I not want to be
I
You
dealing.
were
think-
doing
I
it the whole time, or
I
did you
think
switch it up?
we might have gone like 2 dealers in the night.
Damn.
Like someone came in for the late shift when like come around
real, for
like 7 a.m. and they realize that oh shit, like it's still going. Like
That's wild.
I think I called in a second dealer.
No breaks? Yeah, take a 20-minute nap, then I'll come back.
Yeah, I knew it was bad when we had to call in for the breakfast sandwiches in the morning.
Yeah,
I
from
was
Sam's
like,
Bagels and
I
some
was
shit.
like,
Yeah.
shit. We're
Maybe
really
some
just
coffee too.
like this is bad. So I haven't played like that in a minute. Thank God.
Nah, I hear you. You're playing
Yeah.
big boy
So
poker.
it rained in LA today.
For the first
And
time in a
a while.
while, right?
A while. And it was hail. A little bit of hail too.
Hell, that's so strange. It's weird that I say that it's strange that it's like kind of cold because it is the
Yeah,
winter.
it's fucking.
Where are you from
Pretty cold,
originally?
I'm from Chicago.
Oh, so you're
used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Because
super
we're from
used to it.
Boston, so it's like
Yeah, it's
pretty
same
similar.
shit.
It's no problem, but it's
Yeah.
just weird to me when it happens because I'm so used to the sun and the vibes and this shit's fucking
Yeah.
cold now.
Were you born in the city or a little outside?
I was born outside of the city, like in a suburb called Palatine. Like it's probably like 35-minute drive into the city, but like the city is so different than like the city here in
Yeah.
LA. Like no one goes downtown in LA. That shit sucks.
gross, right?
But
Ass.
downtown like Chicago is lit. Like you could just hop on the train and you could be in the city in like 30 minutes. And like you'd go with all your homies and you'd be taking like the little water bottle of little Tito's and
Yeah.
that thing. Well, I can't even take that back. We didn't have that much money back then.
It was like rooming off.
Yeah, we had like Burnett's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smirnoff.
And we just like just running around like hitting the city things and just oh yeah, this actually might be fun to talk about. Before I did the whole vlog shit and like the whole YouTube thing, I used to sneak into concerts every single weekend. We take the train down, and there was this one spot called Reggie's Rock Club that would literally have everyone like Hoodie Allen would go there,
Yeah.
like Logic went there,
Yeah.
and all these people, and we just sneak in and take photos, and it was so easy back then because like what, 8th grade, damn near 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So like Instagram wasn't cool, social media really wasn't it yet. Like people were doing it, but like no one really had a camera. Like being like nice with the camera wasn't like a trendy thing. It was more of like the weird art kids like in high school with the
Right.
blue hair and shit. Like
Yeah.
like no hate, but like that's just what it was. And so when I would pull up to these venues, I was like this like scrawny kid, and they would be like, I would just tell the fucking security guard I'm here with like Complex. I'm shooting the freshmen and shit like that, and they'd be like, "Oh, come in," and like, no problem.
That easy.
Because like like kids didn't have cameras back
Mhm.
then, so it was so easy. But when I was at one of the shows, I used to shoot. I shot Huey. I snuck into a few of his things, and he like a few years down the line, just from like sneaking in, he knew me as a shooter. He's like, "Yo, you want to go on tour with me?" And I was like, "This is sick." And that was like my first big tour, and I was like his shooter. And then I moved out to LA, and then after the freshman year, like you get kicked out the dorms, and I lived with Huey
Word.
at his
shit.
crib,
Word.
and it was like so weird. Like it was like such a full circle moment, like going from like sneaking in and on
Yeah.
some bullshit to like dude being my roommate.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of videographers or photographers like have that same story. Like they just be like, "Yo, I get in." Like you know, Jay.
Yeah,
you did the
I
same
used to
shit.
sneak into mad shows
Bro, that's
and
the
just like
thing.
build the portfolio, meet people, network.
Yeah.
Same thing with Logan.
Same thing with
shit.
Logan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Logan Meese and shit.
Or Logan Untitled
one?
Export. You know.
Oh yeah. So the thing is, like, right now, this might be super controversial to like a lot of like the new upcoming kids, but to me, I think it's just like common knowledge. You don't deserve to get paid yet. Like a
Word.
lot of people
Definitely.
think like you need to get bread off rip. Like, oh, I'm not gonna do a photo shoot for exposure. It's like, well, like you should, because you're not shit yet. Like if you're like sure, like if you're popping and like you're doing your thing, like art has a price.
Right.
But like if you're like still like learning the fundamentals and shit, like, yo, that's so stupid. Like I'm not gonna give you money.
Yeah.
It's like I've always been a person about relationships,
Yeah.
like building out friendships that will lead into something way bigger one day. So, think about this. I always give people the scenario like, say you're an artist and you want a shooter to come out to take photos for your like just for Instagram, right? And one kid says, "I'll do it for free." One kid says he'll do it for $200.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna pick the kid who does it for free. And what is that $200 really gonna get you? It's gonna get you like
Food.
some food, like you can survive. Like it's
Gonna
not,
blow right through it.
it's not a like maybe if you're younger it's a lot, but like when you get older, $200 is really not a lot of money. It's not even close to paying off your rent or anything.
Yeah.
So why not just build that relationship and get close with this person, and then when they get the budget from the label,
Yeah.
and then they can bust you like the 25 huncho for like the big photo shoot versus just getting the quick 200 lick. There's no point. But if you're like running up those, like you actually have friendships, people want you around, and like that friendship is going to lead to like bigger things where like he's going to introduce you to his friends, and then there's the compounding effect of like their friends and their friends, their friends.
The network just expands like crazy.
And like, would you trade all that for $200?
I don't know.
So like that's the thing. Like, it's really hard for me to fuck with people who get really uptight about like, I need money. My art is worth bread. I have to pay my rent. It's like I get it. I totally get it.
No, yeah, I agree, and I kind of have like a story to back on that.
Yeah.
When I first moved to LA, I started shooting for this girl, Bia. I don't know if
I
you've
know
heard of
Via
her.
is with the Russ song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this was like a year or two ago, so she wasn't super known.
Yeah.
And she didn't have a label, she didn't have anyone, but I was just like pulling up, shooting for free, doing my thing,
Yeah.
just like off the love. We vibed for a minute, and now like it's gone full circle to the point where like she signed, she has a budget now,
Right.
and like
You know what I'm
if
saying?
I had asked her for money that first day that I met her, it
she'd have
never
another
would have led
shooter.
to where it's
Yeah.
at now.
And the thing is, a lot of those people who are always bitching and moaning about the bread, I am very confident in saying this, always suck. Like they are never good because like they spend too much time worrying about trying to get someone to pay them versus actually practicing and getting better. So if you're a young creative out there that wants to like actually get good and get people to respect you, creative world is definitely different than the real world. I get maybe in the real world, like say you do a service for somebody, you expect the payment. That's not how this shit works. It's all about becoming homies and playing the game a little bit, and then you get the big bag. That's why creative people become really rich, is
Yeah.
because it's so much different. Like you don't see like the guy who's kind of just like going day to day. He's just like middle class artist. It's like either you're starving or you're rich. There's really a weird like. There's really
Word.
not much of an in
That's a
between.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
That's
real.
a fact.
So I don't know. Like I when I started like looking at it like that, I was like, even now, I feel like I still do shit for free and help people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still want to learn stuff. I'm never above that. Like, say I get a cool opportunity, we'll do it. Because also, like, all the bread and all the practicing shit aside, it's fun to do things. Like, this is 23 years old. Like, being able to go on big sets and shit and take videos of, like, big artists, that's lit. Like,
Definitely.
that's like those are, like, things you're going to look back on when you're on your deathbed and be like, I'm glad I did that shit.
Yeah.
Totally. So you still do like video stuff as far as like working for?
Yeah, like I literally did
people?
one the other day.
Oh,
Like,
fire.
I did a behind the scenes for a music video the other day,
Oh, dope.
just because I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Yeah.
And I don't really talk about it like on my channel and shit because like it's not my work. You know, like I don't want to
Yeah.
like be put in like if I'm getting paid for a gig or if I'm like doing a gig for somebody, I'm not trying to make it about me. It's about the person I'm working for that day. So I don't want to talk about it like on my channel, but definitely do it. Like those moments are sick. And like I pulled up to this shoot last week, and I thought it was just gonna be like the classic like downtown loft and like $50 on Pier Space.
Yep.
Bro, it was the fucking Bat Cave.
Oh shit.
And
I don't know what that is.
so like
It's like,
like in the Dark Knight. Have you ever seen Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Batman's like cave with all of his fucking whips. And
Oh,
tires
wow,
and
that's
tires.
what
It's a
Okay.
pretty
Okay.
common. A lot of people. Do
Oh, I
shoot
seen
there.
it with the different lights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
It's like
So-
$4.50 an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
Minimum like
minimum
5 hours or 6
no minimum
hours.
8 hours.
8 hours.
So
it's
if you
2
know,
or 3
I've always
bands?
wanted to shoot there. No, it costs 3.5 bands to shoot there.
Wow.
And I just pulled up to this shoot and it was there. And I was like, damn, if I said no, on some ego shit, I would never been able to see this in real life. So I don't know. Like
That's why you are where you are, man. That's like the formula. I feel like is
Yeah.
really just like doing it for the right reasons, and like that's how you get good.
even like
you're
this
saying.
podcast right now today was on some like super random.
Yeah, the whole podcast in
that's the
general.
whole- that's what
we
it
literally
is.
were like, fuck it.
We
Like,
just
there's no,
woke
we
up
don't have
like,
the
yo, we should do
topics.
a podcast.
Right. We
Yeah.
were just kicking it like in Raptor's room, and he's like, "You trying to do this podcast?" I was like,
Mhm.
"What time is it?" Oh, I got nothing to be on.
Fuck
It was
it,
running.
yeah,
Let's do it.
for real.
You know, there's always those dudes like those like in I guess like the Hollywood like LA life shit. Like I never understood the people who are on the come up that act like they're on.
Yeah.
That shit is so weird. And then they do like the stereotypical I'm on, but are on like I'm an asshole now. I don't hit people
Switch
back.
up, yeah.
It's like what? Like first off, I don't get the I'm on and now I'm an asshole. Like how does that work? Like what changed? What flipped the switch that you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be a dick now. But like, but the people are the weirdest is like when you go to the club or specifically this place called On the Rocks in LA, bro. There's so many like come up rock stars who think they're just the shit.
Yeah.
That's the culture here.
It's-
It's just like that.
constant.
People know that's LA. It's just like
It's so weird because like me, I'd be in the club with my camera trying to vlog. And
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
just genuine.
just
like,
having
Yeah, just having a
fun.
good time. Yeah.
like getting my homies to chug and shit.
yeah, for real.
I don't give a fuck if I'm in the section and people are like looking at me and I'm like, oh, I'm dope. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck.
Sad.
And half these tables here in LA are paid by promoters anyways.
Literally.
So like no one's actually stunning. And if you're stunning like in the club, like buying bottles, you're a fucking idiot.
Literally.
Like, bro. Okay, so it's probably people who are listening to this podcast like don't live in LA. And they don't live in the major city or like they are hip to like the bottle and like table situation. So you're probably you always think like copying the section in a club is like bands. You gotta be rich and like got the sparklers on the bottles and shit, bro. There's probably like 25 tables in the club. 20 of them are funded by the club because they hire these people called promoters to just bring a bunch of girls out there and
It's every
lo-
table. It's
yeah,
like one or
every
two
table.
tables in the club that isn't like that.
yeah, so they just load up all the tables with these girls and they really just try to convince the one dumbass to come in there and actually buy it and spend astronomical amounts of money. They spend like $3,000 on the table. It comes with a bottle of Jose Cuervo. and then
It's gone in a second
and then
too.
they're like,
'cause you got
if you
everyone
want to add on a bottle, do you want to add on like a bottle of 1942? 1942 is an expensive bottle of tequila. It's probably like $150 at the store. Buy it at in the club. 2 bands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
It's
literally,
so-
like no exaggeration, $2,000.
and like people are doing this shit. I'm like,
consistently.
making
It is
bank.
crazy.
Yeah, consistently every weekend.
Consistently.
I mean, you could do the club right and bring out the right people and do it right on occasions, but like it's the purpose of these dudes are trying to flex because
You're
they
just
got the
in the section with the ice, with
With
like,
the ice.
and like it's like, are you really like trying to? Be like, those sparklers last for 15 seconds. Like if you really wanted that, like, because the sparklers are cool, like they look dope because you can do the little snap, you know, like take your phone out, like, oh, you know, we got bottles and shit. How about you just go to Ralph's and
Yeah.
cop a Don Julio bottle for like $30, and on the checkout aisle, hit the sparkler section and just tape it on. And you can do that shit at your house all the time. Like
Facts.
you have the section in your club.
Yo, shout out to club promoters, they're good people.
Really?
Did you be going to the club a lot?
I used to
You used to?
until I realized it was this, and I just stopped fucking with it. Like when I
Yeah.
realized that everyone was on like I'm trying to be really dope, I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you doing it for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was always so intrigued by how these, because I make clothes, and the whole thing about like streetwear is like being cool. Like why, like how, like you know how like everyone looks at Off-White like, oh, Off-White's so fucking dope. Like Balenciaga's so dope, and then people say like have like kind of the same vibe towards clubs. Like, oh, One Oak is lit. All it really is just a big ass room with a DJ.
Yeah.
And
Lights.
so I was like, so how do like certain clubs distinguish themselves to being like known as fire? like, oh, it's sick to get in. It's so hard to get in. It's just a fucking room with some music going in there. So I wanted to get in on it. I started working for a club like on the low first. Like I wasn't even doing it for the bread. I was doing it just to like see how they operate. And it's not for me. It is not
Yeah.
for me at all.
I hear you.
These people are slimy people.
Yeah.
And they're doing their thing, and like it's a cool occupation. Like all power to them. If you're listening to this, like I still hope you let me into the clubs after hearing all this. But it's I just couldn't get myself to do that. Like texting all my girlfriends, like, yo, you want to come out tonight? Not for me. Like
I hear you.
I'd rather just be with my homies. Honestly, just pour up some wine at the crib and just vibe.
Yeah, nah, I hear
Literally
you.
more fun.
100%, yeah.
More fun than me because you can't even talk in the club because the music is so loud.
Like screaming at each other. What? Get here!
Yeah, so I have like sensitive ears too. So I bring earplugs to the clubs. So
Word.
kind of like
Block everything out.
it kind of like defeats the whole purpose
Yeah.
of being in there.
You're real. That's funny shit.
Because I got these little it's on my keychain. It's like they're like super like modern looking things. It low key like it's like a little. It looks like a little tablet. You unscrew it.
I have
and
the
there's
same one
earplugs
for
in it.
concerts.
Yeah.
I got the same.
It
thing.
literally looks like a little like cocaine holder.
Yeah,
So like
it
whenever
does.
I'm unscrewing it, people are like be giving me the look.
They're
I'm like,
jumping over.
They're
like-
like, yo.
and I was like, hey folks, I don't do that.
Yeah.
But you can just see everyone light up like, ooh, you got the. It's like, shut the fuck up, y'all
You're
are
like, nah.
degenerates. It's like we're earplugs in, club out.
For real. That's funny shit, dude. We
Yeah.
don't be going out that much. We don't be.
We don't ever really be going out. At least I don't.
Yeah,
I certainly not.
it's really expensive to go out now. Like if you don't if you're not with a promoter, like that's how they make it. It's the ultimatum: roll with the promoter, or you're the one who's copying.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that sucks. And like drinks in a club, if you're not at a table, or like a quick 20 piece for like the
Dude,
most-
there's no like going to the club if you're not at a table out here.
Right.
So
It's
like
weird. It's not
it's
like
weird.
it's not like in Chicago or like I'm sure like in Boston.
Yeah.
You can just like hit the function and like it's
you can't
still-
really.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you can't.
everybody's just at the table.
Oh.
Down goes the mic.
But
Microphone down.
but in LA, yeah,
Ben's gonna
that
kill
shit
you.
just
Yeah, Ben's
sucks.
heart. Just
Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, but LA clubs, you can't hit that without a section. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's super weird. Like even like in Miami, you can go down to a club and it'll be like, oh, you guys ever been to Miami?
I have.
Yeah,
nah,
been to
man.
Miami multiple times.
God, bro, have you been out?
Yeah, the culture's different in Miami.
Yo, that is. So I thought Vegas was like degenerate. No, bro.
I'd say
Miami
Vegas is Miami's
Miami is 50 times worse. There's this club called 11 down there that like every
Oh,
rapper
I've heard
like
of that
does.
Mhm.
Every like they all do their performances there. It does not close.
What do you mean?
24 hours,
Oh,
bro.
Shit.
11's
I'm
fire.
good on that.
It's a 24-hour club, and it's like the same situation as like normal. It's like the rectangle set up, and along the edges there's the tables, but in the middle are stripper poles.
Mhm.
So it's like a club mixed in with a strip club
Mhm.
that never closes. And this is when I knew people in Miami are savage, is when there was a fat ass line outside to get in, and the cover was $200 for dudes and $100 for girls. And girls were paying it.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah.
I was like, I'm out. I can't be doing this.
Yeah, Miami's wild. It's like its own country. You don't even feel like it's like.
Because
part
I
of-
feel like I just I'm in fucking like, I'm in like mix of Cuba.
yeah, that's what it
Mix
is.
of
Yeah.
like Dominican, like it's
Yeah,
such, like,
yeah.
even you have the Caribbean vibes in
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
but like you're still in America.
Yeah.
So it's cool, but if you're trying to do some party shit, like
Vegas is pretty crazy though. I'll still give it to Vegas.
Vegas is crazy for a different reason.
It's definitely different.
because you
feel.
got the money.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you got the
You can gamble whenever you want.
gambling, like, dude, at like some nightclubs in Vegas, they have blackjack tables in the club.
Oh shit.
I saw it the other day. I was at I think I was at the Encore. Like that's where the chain smokers do their shows.
Yeah, they just
And that-
put one in Boston Harbor. They just
Yeah,
put an
they do.
encore, or
Yeah.
it's Win, I think.
Yeah, Win
Win
Encore.
encore. Yeah.
So they have like that's where like where like Drake does that residency where he got paid
Yeah.
like 10 M's to do his residency. I'm almost positive I saw a blackjack table inside of there.
Oh,
Jesus
yeah. I
Christ.
wouldn't doubt it. They have them everywhere, bro. Bathrooms, you fucking gamble. Fuck.
Taking a shit playing blackjack.
Yeah, but Vegas is fun. I'm glad that this little podcast turned into a fucking club/gambling episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
No, this is
Out
a
of-
great
out of
episode. You were
nowhere.
good. You good
Yeah.
host. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Fire.
forgot I'm supposed to be hosting.
No,
this
you
shit.
hosted that thing right on through.
Yeah, you did.
No, we
Hell
appreciate
yeah. How long have we been talking for?
I don't know.
40.
40?
40 minutes.
Definitely
yeah.
like the longest episode. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I think we're like, what, we wrapping this thing up?
you. Let's do it, bro. Yeah. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
though. Appreciate
appreciate
it.
it,
for
bro.
having
Seriously.
me.
For sure.
It was fun. It was fun just talking this shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right, yo, one last time. Tell them where they can find you at.
So my name one more time is Justin Escalona. You can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/Justin Escalona, Instagram, Justin Escalona, Twitter, Justin Escalona. And all socials across for my clothing company are 1340 1340 Collective.
Sir, thank you, bro.
All right, let's
Thank
get
you,
it.
bro.
Peace out, guys.